Hey guys, Tank Master here, back with another video. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, and I apologize for that. Today is just going to be a little bit of a story time. I'm in the middle of something. Hey, I'm in the middle of something. Anyways, I really hope you guys can still hear me through this. But today I'm here to tell a story because I've been watching a lot of these story times about cheating and stuff like that. So I'm just here to tell my own little story. Also, if you can't tell, I'm out in the garage and it's colder than shit outside. So, me and this girl, we were dating for a little while. Okay? Not really going to get into specifics. But if you can figure it out, some people know how long, other people don't. I don't think I've really explained this story to a lot of people. Actually, I don't think I've explained it to anyone. Maybe one other person on here. And he does watch my videos every now and then. I don't know if he's going to watch this one. But if he does, don't say anything. And they know who I'm talking about. This is a different story than what was on my TikTok. If some of you are from TikTok too, this is a different story than what was on my TikTok. So this one, me and this girl were dating for a little while. We were saying I love you, and we were to the point where we were doing the nasty, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go as far as that. And it turned out she was cheating on me for 3 months. I didn't know this because I'm blind as a bat. And I was also dealing with some stuff back then as well on my own I was trying to deal with. So I wasn't really paying attention to this whole thing. Well, one of my friends comes to me a while after we started dating, and he said she was cheating on me. I didn't believe it. I confronted her about it. Obviously, she denied it. And me, personally, like I said, didn't believe it. I do regret it now. To this day, I do regret not listening to that person. And me and her are still going on, being friends. Well, we were dating, kissing, all that. And then, holy shit, I'm winded. I need to start breathing. And, excuse me. And she was dating me for a little while. We went to homecoming together, all of this. I was going to take her to prom, but we broke up before prom was, and then this COVID shit hit, so we never even had a prom. So I do feel bad for the seniors. They never had their last prom, but they got to go to prom. We didn't get to go to last year's prom. We probably won't even go to this year's prom. I'm getting way off track, but still. So, me and her hugged it out, talked it out, all this stuff, and came to the point where a bunch of people were coming to me and telling me this, but I didn't believe it because I was blindsided by I actually loved her. So love can be blinding, but don't take this as don't ever fall in love. And me and her, we talked. I went and confronted her again. Obviously, she denied it. And, well, next, me and her, she starts dodging my calls. Sending me straight to voicemail. And it is daylight. And normally, back when we were dating, before that 3-month mark where she was cheating on me for those 3 months, she would always answer my phone call. She would always answer my text messages. And everything. Well, right around that 3-month mark is when she quit answering my phone calls and quit texting me and all of this. So I started getting a little suspicious. So and again, I didn't think much of it. Whenever she dodged my phone calls, I was getting a little suspicious. But I started assuming maybe she's busy, not able to talk. Reasonable things to assume. Well, one day, I knew she was with one of her friends, so I didn't really text her or anything. And I guess she went to this party. I didn't have a problem with it at all at the time, because I'm not controlling anything like that. Go do free time, whatever. Well, she went to this party, and she texted me the next morning, and which I kind of found a little odd, because she doesn't normally ever, she wasn't texting me at the time. But I'm like, okay, maybe we're back to normal. Maybe things are back to normal. Maybe I did something wrong and didn't know. Reasonable to assume. Well, she texted me, and it was just, hi. So we're texting back and forth for a little bit, and some people started texting me on the side, saying, hey, she hooked up with this guy at a party. I know this story may sound very far-fetched, but she hooked up with a guy at this party, and again, me being the dumbass I am, didn't believe anybody or anything. Well, this was all in the first month. This is all that. Well, in the second month, she started going a little farther away from me, which I was giving her space. She wanted space. I was giving that to her. At least that was just my assumption. She wanted space, which is a reasonable assumption. Well, then we're moving on, later on, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna word this next part without setting off the ban censors on YouTube or whatever. While me and her are walking around, I was walking her to her classes because we went to the same school. I was walking her to her classes. Well, this one guy was looking at her a little differently than most guys, and he saw that we were together. So I walked her to class, and didn't find anything of it. Didn't find anything weird about. Well, I found something weird about it. So I just kept my eye on this guy, right? Didn't confront him yet, anyways. Well, it turned out it was her guy best friend. I think you know where this story's already going. If you can put two and two together here, I think you already know where this story's going. Well, so next day comes around, he's not there. And she's not where I normally meet her. So I found this a little weird, but I didn't think anything of it. Just assumed maybe she went to her class. And so I went to my class and everything and went on by and everything. And this is probably about month 3. So not a whole lot happened in month 2. We're in month 3 where most of it happens. Well, me and her, we sort of started falling farther and farther away from each other, which was normal, but she kept leading me on kind of thing, like she still loved me and everything, but little did I know that wasn't the truth. So about the end of this 3rd month, actually it might have been 4 months, before we broke up, but I want to say it was probably about that 3-month mark we broke up around. And I found some stuff a little weird and everything, and this was back when I got my car taken away because I was having an attitude and stuff like that, it wasn't that I had an attitude. There was a bit of an attitude there that I had, but it was also more because of my grades. My grades weren't doing all that well. Sorry. It's cold out here. And so I'm riding the bus. And this girl on the bus, she used to be one of my good friends. Me and her would talk a lot. Well, she come up and told me, hey, she's cheating on you. And explained everything to me. This time I started to kind of believe it. Don't ask me why, but it was mostly because of the evidence that I had gathered by myself, let alone what I had saw and what people had already been telling me to begin with. Well, she tells me, oh yeah, she's cheating on you. I'm going to make up a name here. This isn't his real name. Josh. We'll just go with the guy's name is Josh. Sounds like a douchebag name. For any of you guys named Josh out there, I am very sorry. But this guy did look like a douchebag. I really am apologizing. But, well, so I'm watching these two for a bit, and nothing really happens between them. I'm not seeing anything, so I push it off a bit. This is the night. Now we're on to the night where I catch her cheating on me. It's built up to this point. Long ass story, I know. If you stayed here for this long, thank you. Well, I get to her house about, I don't know, probably 9:30. My parents had let me take the car because I was going to go over there for a little bit, stay the night. Because her mom let me stay the night. On occasion. That's how all the sex and stuff had come around. And, yeah, I know. Bad idea, right? And so I'm there, and I get there, and I'm sitting there talking to her mom for a little bit because her mom's an interesting person. Her mom likes me. Not many times I meet parents that actually like me. So I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to her for a bit. I'm turning off this light. There it goes. I'm turning off that light. And because I have these two lights on in here. I really hope this is recording sound. Otherwise, I have to retell this whole story again. And so, me and her are sitting there talking for a little bit. And I hear these weird noises coming from her room. You already know where this is going. Well, me and her mom went to go check it because we didn't know what it was. I assumed, masturbating, that kind of stuff. It's normal. And we walk in, and I catch her and her best friend in bed together, and they're fucking. Okay? At this point, I'm furious. Anger issues mixed with catching your girlfriend, someone you've loved for a while, cheating on you, bound to set off a little bit of rage in you. Me, since I have anger issues, that rage gets doubled or tripled, maybe even quadrupled. So, her mom already knows this about me, that I have really bad rage and really bad anger issues. No, I didn't hit her before you fucking jumped to that damn conclusion. I'm not like that. I'm furious. Her mom tells me, go wait out in the dining room. Go wait out in the living room. So I turn around and I do that. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm pissed. I'm furious. And this guy has the nerve. He walks right by me out the garage. Because he can get out to the driveway that way through the garage. This motherfucker has the nerve to walk by me. And he shoulder checks me. And I'm already pissed off as it is. And her mom comes around the corner and all she sees me is grab this dude and slam him into the wall. And say, do it again. And it's not going to end pretty. And I let him go. She tells me let him go. I let him go. He walks out the door. And me and her sit down and have a little talk. Now, at this time, she also was staying the night at my house, too. Very rarely, but she stayed the night at my house. She kept some stuff here just in case. So, she's begging me. It's not what it looks like, the whole 9 yards. And I'm not having it. her mom's already pissed off at her as it is because she was having sex in her house while she was home. But also, just for the having sex part, she was fucking furious. She was pissed. And her mom's a Marine. So that was a little terrifying to begin with. That's also why I was scared that her mom wouldn't like me. And I was scared to break up with her as well, because her mom was a Marine. Reasonable for that. Well, me and her have this talk, like, I can't believe you would do this to me. Like, I was being calm about it. I wasn't yelling at her. I wasn't in her face, screaming at her. No, me and her sat down and had a civil conversation. Well, worst comes to worst, she gives me some of my stuff back, and she gives me probably a couple hoodies back. That was about it. She had a bunch of my hoodies and some of my clothes and stuff like that. She gives them back to me. And I had some of her stuff that she gave me was because of what I was dealing with back when me and her were dating. She gave me some stuff that helped calm me down because it reminded me of her. She would calm me down, that kind of stuff. Well, me and her, while I drove home, I was pissed, I was crying, I was upset because it was one of my first long-term relationships. By the way, there's a couple more dating relationship stories that I have to come here in the next few days. Hopefully, if I can get on a good schedule to where I upload every day. At least one video a day. Even if it's just a short video. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I go back to school that next day, and she's with this dude at school. So I walk away because I'm still pissed off at this motherfucker. So I walk away, and I'm with a group of my friends. One's really short, probably 4 foot maybe. The other's a little taller, probably about 5 foot, 5'5", around that range. And they start following us. That was the night we broke up. Simple as that. And she got together with this motherfucker. Well, they start following us around. And that's where I'm pissed off. So I finally get out of their view, and they move over and start having a makeout session in the middle of the hallway. And because there's no teachers around. That's when all my friends heard was me drop my bag and immediately... It's funny how none of the other taller people got in my way. It was the short child that stood in front of me like they were going to do something. I was pissed off to the point where I would have picked her up and just moved her out of my way and kept walking towards this motherfucker, and I would have gotten into a fist fight right then and there. I didn't get suspended. And I am just furious. I go to class. Walk to class. Well, the next couple days go by. I walk up to her, and I'm like, hey, I want my shit back. All my shit back. So she walks up. She comes back. She comes to school tomorrow with a white bag. With a brown, or like a plastic bag, like a Walmart bag, Meijer bag, those kind of things. With all my stuff, all my stuff in it, or so I thought. And she gives it back to me. So I come home the next day, pack up all her shit. I walk up and these two motherfuckers are cuddling. Like a boyfriend and girlfriend do. Well, I dropped that fucker on the table, scared the fuck out of her, first of all. Dropped the shit on the table and I said, here's your shit, and I walked away. Because I was pissed. So I walk away, I go hang out with my friend, all that stuff. Well, to my surprise, she followed me to the fucking library and sat at the table right behind me with her boyfriend. All I can hear is them talking. My friend looks at me and goes, don't you dare do what I think you're going to do. And I didn't. I walked away. Well, next thing you know, yes, the story goes on for a while, I know. This is probably one of the longer stories I've told. Well, next thing you know, I come to school about a couple weeks later, and I find out the girl that told me she was cheating on me had hooked that guy, well, didn't hook him up, but got him together, and for that whole makeout session and shit that I almost stumbled upon, I guess. Oh, when I found this out, I went off on this girl. I'm like, you're the reason she cheated on me, and she just kept trying to deny it when I had multiple people that told me about it. If that bitch is watching, you know who you are. Well, they don't know who. If she's watching, I doubt she's probably watching. To my other subscribers, hi. You guys are cool. And I just ignored her though, because I'm on the bus still at this point, and I'm just riding the bus to school. I put in my headphones, I ignore her. I either put in my headphones or put on my headphones, one of the two. I don't remember if I had like earbuds or a headset at the time. And I opened the bag a while later on and find out she never gave me all my stuff back. You see, she still has, and I'm literally debating on texting her, you never gave me all my stuff back. Because I still have her on one thing, and that is Discord. If I want to text her, I can, because I am pissed that I never got all my stuff back. She stole an SD card from me. She stole a pocket knife from me. She can keep the fucking pocket knife. I don't care. She stole my favorite fucking sweatpants from me. I'm pissed off that I ain't got those back. And she has a sweatshirt that I got her, but that was a gift, so I don't really care about that one. And then, now let's fast forward to this year. I am now a senior. I go to KCTC, if for some of you people that know what that is, if for some of you people that don't know what that is, sorry. That is a place, it's called Kent Career Technical Center. I go there for EMT. I'm training, kinda, it's like literally you get training to get your EMT license. And to my surprise, and I had to ride the bus the first couple days because I got paid the next day and I didn't have enough gas in my car to make it home to and from KCTC. Well, I get on the bus, not a problem. There. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Someone came in here and they wanted to talk to me about something. Anyways. Where was I? Oh, I remember. So, I'm on my way to KCTC, and I take the bus ride there. It was normal. Right? It was normal. Well, I get on the bus, and I'm walking. I'm walking on the bus. I'm walking to my seat. They're not assigned seats, but, you know. So I walk there, and I turned around to go sit in my seat. Shit you not. There she is sitting in the fucking seat right behind me. I found, because the only reason why I knew it was because I saw the sweatshirt. The sweatshirt was the one I bought her. That exact sweatshirt, I remember it. Because of the day that I fucking bought the damn thing. I remember it. And exactly what it looked like. So I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting in the seat in front of her. I remember her eyes when she saw me. Her eyes immediately went like, oh shit. And I just ignored her. Like, I didn't pay any attention to her or nothing like that. And I don't know why this is so funny to me. And she's acting like she's on the fucking phone with someone the whole bus ride. And then she wouldn't get off until she knew I was halfway out to my car. And I get home and I go to sleep, and I'm having a pretty good laugh. Well, a couple of months go by, and don't ask me how the fuck this happened. This is one of the parts of the story that I've never really told anyone. And anyone that has heard this story, I apologize I didn't say anything. My parents are out in the garage. Well, so fast forward to actually a couple weeks ago. My bad. It wasn't a couple months ago, it was a couple weeks ago. This guy somehow found out where I lived. Don't know how, because I don't ever share my address with people unless I know they're coming over and they're good friends of mine. So someone who I thought was a good friend of mine shared my address to this motherfucker. My parents are sitting out in the garage, and he walks up and goes, "Hi, I'm looking for Curtis." My parents text me and say, "Curtis, there's someone here to see you." I'm like, that's weird. I didn't invite anyone over, and I know this might sound kind of far-fetched. And I walk out, and this guy's standing on the porch by my garage, this little porch out here. That thing right there. And the minute I saw him, I shoved him into the wall again, and I said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" My parents saw it, and they looked at me a little concerned, because I was probably about to kill this motherfucker. Well, long story short, turns out she cheated on him as well with one of my best friend's boyfriends. Was sending him nudes back and forth. And mind you, this girl was not the age you probably think. She's not 18. She's younger than that. And the guy she was sending nudes to is, I don't know why this is so funny to me, is 20 to 21. And I'm like, oh, this is gold. And the girl that's dating him texts me and goes, "Hey," because the funny part is this girl lied and said this guy raped her. It's a complete and utter lie. There's evidence to back it up. I just don't have the evidence. My friend has the evidence to back it up. She was the one doing the whole investigating thing. I just didn't really care. And so fast forward a couple months, not fast forward, but sorry, I got used to saying that, so now I'm used to saying it. So, but yeah, so that's my cheating story. This kind of went off the rails to the end, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good, I will admit. I probably should have figured out that she was cheating on me and she was a whore, judging by how quick we had sex. I probably should have judged that, and she was probably going to cheat on me, but I didn't care, because that's how I lost my virginity, too, and I'm not ever going to share that story. That story's going to stay locked up with me, because, well, unless I want to share it, it'd be on the hub. But that's never happening, because I'm not paying for a fucking membership. Who the fuck pays for porn nowadays? This story went way off, but no. So that's my cheating story. Hope you guys liked it. And if you did, well, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Don't really have to. I just don't really care. I'm actually kind of just doing this for fun. But I'm going to start uploading a bit more. Let me know what you guys do want to see in the comment section. If you want to hear a bunch of stories, I have a buttload of stories. I have quite a few stories from when I was a little bit younger. Not, I'd say probably between my 14 to now, and more stories to come. I'm thinking about doing this little special episode on the channel sometime soon. I just got to get a camera for that. And then probably like a GoPro or like a legit camera. I got to have money for that first. But yeah. Do let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. If you want to see what I was doing beforehand on the channel, do let me know. And I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys in the next one.